When the DeLorean froze, everything froze. 1987, Los Angeles, Regal Cinema. Back to the Future Part 2 night showing. 142 audience members. In the film, the DeLorean was time traveling. 88 miles per hour. Flux capacitor. Get ready for the journey, Marty! The movie was at its peak, the most exciting scene. The DeLorean accelerated, lights flashed, and on screen, time stopped. The DeLorean froze. In the air. Lights froze. Marty froze. Doc froze. And in the theater, 142 audience members also froze. In their seats, popcorn in hand, soda at lips, eyes locked on the screen. They never moved. The film had stopped. So had they. The projector kept running, but the image didn't change. Frozen DeLorean, frozen Marty, frozen time. For 32 years, that image remained on screen. For 32 years, those audience members remained in the theater. In 2019, when the cinema was renovated, workers entered. They saw 142 people still sitting, still watching the screen. Is the movie continuing? They asked. No, the movie had stopped 32 years ago, and so had they. Before you continue watching, hit that subscribe button, because this story isn't just about a disappearance. This is about how a film became reality, and about how time stopped on a screen. This is the story of the DeLorean. October 23, 1987, Friday evening. Los Angeles. Hollywood Boulevard. Regal Cinema. Large cinema complex. 8 theaters. 1,200 seats. Full every night. Tonight was special. Back to the Future Part 2 opening week. The first film came out in 1985. It became legendary. Everyone loved it. Marty McFly, Doc Brown, the DeLorean, time travel, perfect movie. Now the sequel was coming. It was the anticipated film. Tickets were sold out. Theater 3, night showing, 9:30 p.m. 150 seats, 142 sold. Michael Torres was 19 years old, UCLA student. He came with his girlfriend, Lisa Chen. Michael was a Back to the Future fanatic. He'd seen the first movie 7 times, had the poster in his room, had a DeLorean model, knew every detail. "This movie is going to be legendary," Michael said. "They're going to the future, 2015, flying cars." Lisa smiled. "You're excited." "I love your excitement." "You'll love it too. You saw the first one. The second will be even better." Sarah Mitchell and Tom Mitchell were married. 8 years. 32 and 35 years old. No children. They went to the movies every week. Movie nights were their ritual. "Which movie are we seeing?" Sarah asked. "Back to the Future 2. Sci-fi. Fun." "Nice. I loved the first one." David Park was alone. 41 years old, accountant. Lived alone, loved movies, especially sci-fi. Watched at least 3 movies every week. Jennifer Rodriguez was 17 years old, high school senior. Came with 4 friends. Jessica, Amanda, Brian, Kevin, all excited. "This movie will be amazing," said Jessica. "I really want to see the DeLorean," said Amanda. Carlos Martinez was the projectionist, 28 years old. Worked at Regal for 5 years. Loved his job. Watched every film, hundreds of times. At 8:30 p.m., the theater opened. Audience members started entering. Popcorn, soda, candy, excitement, conversations, laughter. Michael and Lisa sat in the middle rows, best spot, right across from the screen. Sarah and Tom sat on the right side, comfortable seats. Tom's arm around Sarah's shoulder. David sat in the back, alone, quiet, reading a book until the movie started. Jennifer and her friends sat in the front rows, young, energetic, noisy. 9:25 p.m. Lights dimmed, conversations quieted, excitement grew. 9:30 p.m. Right on time. Screen lit up. Universal logo. Music began. Everyone applauded. Carlos was in the projection room. Film reel spinning. Everything normal. Perfect. The movie began. Marty McFly. Doc Brown. The DeLorean. Continuing from where 1985 left off. Marty, we need to go to the future, 2015. Your son is in danger. My son? But I don't have a son. Not yet, but you will, and we need to save him. The DeLorean started. 88 miles per hour. Flux capacitor glowed. Time travel. The audience was enchanted. Magnificent effects. Great music. Perfect story. Michael put his hand on Lisa's hand. Did you see? The flux capacitor. Perfect. Lisa smiled. Michael's excitement was contagious. Sarah leaned on Tom. This movie is good. I love time travel. Me too. I wish it were real. David was taking notes, recording every detail. He would do a film analysis. Jennifer and her friends were laughing at the funny scenes, having fun. The movie progressed. 30 minutes, 1 hour, 1.5 hours. It was perfect. They weren't bored at all. Then came the critical scene, the movie's climax. 2 hours, 10 minutes. Only 6 minutes left. Marty and Doc were returning to 1985. But there was a problem. The DeLorean was malfunctioning. A time paradox was being created. Doc, what are we going to do? Marty shouted. I don't know, Marty. The flux capacitor is unstable. We're entering a time loop. The DeLorean went out of control. Lights flashed, very bright. The screen went white, and then it slowed. The image slowed, like slow motion. The DeLorean froze in the air. The lights froze. Marty's mouth stayed open. Doc's eyes remained shocked, and the screen completely stopped. Froze. The image didn't change. The audience waited. They thought, technical malfunction. The lights flickered, for a moment, then returned to normal. But the film was still stopped. Michael looked at the screen. What's happening? Did the movie freeze? Lisa waited, didn't answer, couldn't, because she had frozen too, with her popcorn container in hand, lips slightly open, eyes locked on the screen, like stone. Michael tried to look at her, but couldn't turn his head. His body wouldn't move. Muscles locked, froze, like stone. Sarah was leaning on Tom, stayed that way, frozen. Tom's arm was on Sarah's shoulder, stayed that way, frozen. David was taking notes, pen touching paper, stayed that way, frozen. Half a word written. Tim. Jennifer was laughing, mouth open, no sound coming out, frozen. Her friends too, all of them, 142 people, all frozen. Carlos was in the projection room, looking at the reel. Strange, he thought. Why did the film stop? He checked. Film was running. Reel was spinning. Projector was working. But the image wasn't changing. He looked at the theater, through the small window, saw the audience. They weren't moving at all. At all. Strange, he said aloud. He went down, entered the theater. Excuse me, there's a technical issue. The movie will continue. Just a few minutes, please. No response came. No movement. Carlos approached, touched Michael. Cold, solid, like stone. What? Carlos stepped back, touched Lisa. Same, cold, solid. He ran, To Sarah, to Tom, to David, to Jennifer, to all of them. All the same, frozen, like stone. Carlos panicked, ran outside. "Help! Emergency! Something happened!" The manager came. "What's going on, Carlos?" "I don't know. The audience, they're frozen, not moving." "What do you mean, frozen?" "Come, see." The manager entered the theater, saw 140 people, not moving, sitting, looking at the screen, but frozen. Touched someone, cold, solid. "My God! Call the police, now!" Within 10 minutes, police arrived. 4 cars, 8 officers, ambulance. Paramedics. They entered the theater, saw 142 people, frozen. "Is there a pulse?" the doctor asked. He checked. "Michael." There was a pulse, very slow, 2 beats per minute. "Breathing?" There was, very slow, half a breath per minute. "Body temperature?" 15 degrees Celsius, low, but not lethal. "They're alive, but frozen. How is this possible?" They tried to move them, but couldn't. Bodies were too rigid, couldn't be moved. "We'll leave them there, no other choice." Decision was made. Theater was sealed. 142 people inside, frozen, waiting. Scientists came, examined. "Temporal anomaly," they said. "Time has stopped for them." But how? "We don't know. Maybe the film, maybe the screen, maybe electromagnetic field." But no proof. Families came every day. Michael's mother came, Lisa's family came, Sarah's sister came, Tom's brother came. They would sit, look through the glass, couldn't see their loved ones, but felt them, that they were there. 1988 passed, 1989, 1990, no change. By 1995, 8 years had passed. Some families gave up, stopped coming, but some still came. Michael's mother, Maria, came every week. "My son, I'm here. I'm waiting for you." By 2000, 13 years had passed. Maria was 62 years old. She'd retired, devoted all her time to Michael. Lisa's family moved to New York. It was too painful, but sometimes they came. By 2010, 23 years had passed. Maria was 72 years old. Her health was deteriorating, but she still came. One day, the cinema manager came to her. "Mrs. Torres, the cinema is closing. Went bankrupt. Will be sold." Maria cried, "No, you can't leave Michael here." "I'm sorry, but the building is sold. Won't be demolished. Will be renovated. Michael will be safe." March 2019. 32 years had passed. Maria was 81 years old. Walking was difficult. Used a wheelchair. The new owner started restoration. Regal Cinema would become a luxury theater, modern, new. Workers entered the theater, saw 142 people still sitting, still looking at the screen. "My God, they're still here." A worker approached, touched Michael. He was warm, a little. He'd been cold before. "Hey, he's warmed up. Body temperature is rising." A doctor was called. Checked. Pulse accelerating, 10 per minute. Breathing accelerating. Body temperature 20 degrees, 25, 30. One by one, Michael moved. Fingers moved. Arm relaxed. Head turned. Eyes blinked. Then Lisa. Then Sarah. Then Tom. One by one, 142 people, all thawed. Michael opened his eyes, looked around. Theater, screen, the frozen DeLorean was still there. "The movie? Did the movie freeze?" he whispered. A worker leaned down. "Sir, you're okay. Stay calm." "When will the movie continue? I want to see the ending." "Sir, the movie stopped 32 years ago." Michael was confused. 32 years? What do you mean? You came to this movie in 1987. It's 2019 now. Michael froze. No, just now. I came with Lisa. 1987. 142 people. All alive. All at their ages from 32 years ago. Maria rushed to the hospital, in her wheelchair. Michael, my son. Michael looked. Old woman, didn't recognize her. Who are you? I'm your mother, Michael. Maria. Michael was shocked. Mom? No, you're old. My mom is 51 years old. Maria cried. 32 years have passed, baby. I'm 81. You're still 19. Michael cried, hugged his mother. I'm sorry, Mom. I just went to watch a movie. Lisa's family came. They were old. Mother was 75. Father was 78. They were crying. Lisa, our daughter, you came back. Lisa was shocked. Mom? Dad? You're so old. Tom's brother came. He was 67 years old. Saw Tom, still 35. Brother, you came back. Tom cried. How long has it been? 32 years. Sarah's family didn't come. They'd all died. Mother in 2005, father in 2010, sister in 2017. Nobody was left. Sarah was alone. Cried, Where will I go? Adaptation was difficult. From 1987 to 2019, everything had changed. Michael couldn't return to UCLA. Classmates were 51 years old. Professors had retired. Everything was different. Lisa, too, lived with her family in New York, but felt strange. Everyone had aged. She hadn't. David couldn't return to his job. Company had closed in 2008. No job. Wasn't retirement age, but couldn't find new work. Jennifer and her friends struggled. They should be 49 years old, but they were 17. High school friends were married, had children, even grandchildren. In 2020, the pandemic started. Michael stayed home with his mother. Maria was 82, high-risk group. Michael took care of her. In 2022, Maria died, 84 years old. Peacefully, happy. Michael was by her side. Her last words, I got you back. I waited 32 years. It was worth it. Michael was alone, but he noticed something. Back to the Future fans still existed. Online community, forum. Michael shared his story. I'm Michael. In 1987, I got lost watching Back to the Future 2. I came back 32 years later. The movie took me. Time took me. Thousands of replies came. Unbelievable! Is this real? The movie became reality. Michael became famous. Interviews, documentaries. Book, Lost in Time, A DeLorean Story. By 2025, Michael is 57 years old, technically, but his body is 25, still looks young, and still nobody knows. How did the film do this? Was it the screen? The projector? Was it the scene where the DeLorean froze? Some say the Flux capacitor was real. The movie activated it, created a time loop. Some say electromagnetic field. Projector and screen created resonance. But nobody knows for sure. And Regal Cinema? Now a luxury theater. Modern, new. But Theater 3 is closed. Won't open. People are afraid. What if it happens again? What if another movie, they say? But some are curious. I want to see. Maybe I'll time travel too. Michael warns them. Don't. I lost 32 years. Lost everything. My family, my friends, my life. Only the movie remained. And that movie never ended. Because still in Theater 3 on the screen, the DeLorean is frozen for 32 years, never changed. Maybe one day it will continue. Maybe the movie will end. But maybe some movies never end, especially ones about time travel.